right. Now that we have now that you've watched the video, I'm sorry, reviewing what are the difference between lines, line segments, rays, and angles that you've been practicing throughout the year on your in your simple solutions, we are going to go ahead and do some work where we do more identifying and practice working with those items. You should have a page that says reteach 15.1 on one side and homework 15.1 on the other side. On the reteach side, it says that it has all these definitions at the top that were in the video for you to go back and look at if you need to. All of this is also in the back of your Simple Solutions book. If you were to go look at that, it might help you as well. So it tells you what a line segment, array, an angle, parallel lines, and intersecting lines are. And so you are going to practice identifying and writing things down. And I'm going to do an example of this part, and on the back of each part, 1, 4, and 5. And then I'm going to have you do the problem solving. I'm going to have you do a lot of it on your own, since this is something that you've done frequently throughout the year, almost every day in our Simple Solutions book. So we're going to start geometry review here. So for the first 3 on the reteach side, I'm going to start on the reteach side. For 1, 2, 3, and 4, we are supposed to write if it's a line segment, or array. So if we look at number 1, using our pencil, we can see that it has an endpoint and 1 arrow. So we know that that is a ray. So we would write ray on the line. And then you would continue with 2, 3, and 4, using your definitions at the top if you need to. Then at the bottom for 5, 6, 7, and 8, you are to say whether they're lines, because they're all lines, if they are parallel, intersecting, or perpendicular. And you have that as well at the top of the page. It was in the video and you've practiced it many times. So the first ones, number 5, those are intersecting because they cross each other. But they are also perpendicular because they form those 90-degree angles. So I'm going to write both down for number 5, intersecting and perpendicular. And then you're going to do the same thing for 6, 7, and 8. And that is the reteach side. All right, then you're going to flip it over and you're going to do your homework side. And for the first 3 at the top, you're going to do the same thing that you did on the other side. You're going to tell me whether it is a ray, a line segment, or a line. And number 1, again, that's kind of weird, is array. How about that? Then for the middle ones, and this is number 4, you are supposed to say, and you went through angles, you have angles on the other side. If you need to go back for the definition, it was in the video. And you're supposed to tell whether it is a right angle, whether it forms the corner of a square, if it is greater than a right angle or less than a right angle. And number 4 forms the corner of a square, so we call it a right angle. And then for the last part, number 8, 9, 10, and 11, you're back to parallel, intersecting, or perpendicular. And number 8 has 2 lines going in the same direction but never going to touch each other, so those are parallel lines. And I know you guys already know about those. All right. So you're going to finish up the page on your own. Make sure you do the problem solving, number 12 at the bottom. You need to take a picture of your work and show it to me. Remember, if you need to, look for references or examples because you're stuck. You can Look at the information pages in the back of your Simple Solutions book. That has lots of information there. Should have everything. And number 2, on the reteach side, it has most of the information you need. The other place you can look is if you wanted to watch the video a second time. It might help you too, but I don't know that you're going to need a lot of help. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. We're going to talk about polygons and quadrilaterals and do a very fun activity that uses food.